Bro, are you actually serious? I'm just trying to grind my stuff back, play some normal Minecraft, and somebody completely fucked our base up. That is crazy, bro. Look at this. All the logs are just gone. Look, the whole forest is burned, bro. Like, bro, I'm just trying to grind my stuff back, and someone just destroyed all of this. What the fuck? Bro, what is this? Bro, what kind of Morse code ass message, bro? Nah, like, I'm actually too tired. Like, I wasn't even planning on recording today. I just wanted to, like, grind some stuff back, and some motherfucker just... Oh my god. And yeah, we have no idea who it is. Honest to God, at this point, I don't even think it's the feds. I don't even think it's the feds anymore. That clip you just saw was me returning to my old base after just getting completely fucked over at the end event. And yeah, it seems like I got fucked over twice. I mean, what is even happening? If you pay attention to this clip, look at how our base looks like. The ground is like, you see those spaces in the ground, those weird like long like straight spaces in the ground? Jesus Christ, my fucking mouth, bro. Those were logs. So someone just took our logs, whoever griefed the base just took the logs and left. That cannot be normal. That alone shows mental instability. But you know what's even more terrifying? Yeah. That is more terrifying. Are you actually telling me that our base got griefed by someone who leaves Morse code on signs? That's not normal. Not only is it not normal, it's not healthy. I don't even know what to say, bro. You can kind of guess how I felt when I logged on and saw this. Alright, let me give you some context, alright, since you desperately need some. If you saw my last video, you would know that I basically crashed out and rage quit immediately after I fell into the void. Yeah, after that, I needed to take a break from Minecraft. I took like a break for, I don't know, 1 or 2 days because I was done with this fucking shit, bro. I was done with this SMP. I was done with life. I was done with everything. And as you know, the stronghold, which I had set spawn near, was close to the old base. So I was like, alright, whatever, I'll just go to the old base. I'll just try to get my stuff back even though I have nothing. So I was already feeling pretty down. And then this. And then this. Like, are we serious? Are we for real right now? Like, you gotta be joking. There is no way that look, not only is our base completely griefed, but it's like I have nothing. It's like I couldn't believe it when I saw this. I mean, sure, it was inevitable. The rules on the SMP were that all kind of chaos and griefing can break out after the end event. So I get that this is all destroyed. But man, oh man, like Morse code, that is crazy. Like, you cannot tell me that isn't crazy. And the perpetrator took our double chests, destroyed them, and then left them in this weird way where it's like they turned them into 2 separate chests and then turned them. That's probably not a signature, but I mean, I could see it twice. It was a pretty common occurrence. And it was just a very weird griefing because some of the floors were destroyed, but only some of it. Like, they took logs, but then they didn't take all the logs, and then, you know, they left the villager alive. The villager selling us literal mending. They decide to spare that guy, which is very weird. And then they also decide to spare some of the builds that my Northside teammates had spent a lot of time working on, which was also weird. I guess they were shown respect or something. So it was just a very weird griefing, but I mean, at this point, I was so vulnerable. Like, what do you even want me to do? I have a bed, I have a boat, crafting table, mud, and a piece of wool. That's all I have. But I decided to check up on the village near my old base. You know, the village I used to spend a lot of time on. Basically my own private base. Just to kind of see if anything had changed at all. And it looked pretty untouched, but you know, it's kind of it's God knows if anybody's been here. I'm assuming no, but maybe this wasn't our actual base, so maybe it wasn't as important. But anyways, I ended up hopping in a call with the server owner, the Big. All right, I know what you're thinking. This guy's an op. I don't care. I do not care. All right, like I have nothing. Like I might as well just talk to everyone. Like I might as well just talk to everyone on the server, and just say how vulnerable I am. Like it doesn't matter. Like I literally lose nothing on dying right now. I have no levels, no armor, nothing. I have nothing. And you know, the server owner is decently trustworthy, so you know, I decided to call him, and he wanted to know if our old base, or if our base was griefed, because surprise, surprise, their base was also griefed. So someone or a group of people had gone around apparently destroying everything. So obviously I had to be caught up with this. So I hopped on a call with this dude, and my oh my, did this dude have some interesting things to say. So the Big explained that, first of all, basically right after the end event, during the time that I was, you know, taking the 2-day break from this stupid SMP, a player named Crying Boo, specifically Crying Boo, remember that name, had gone into the Nether and tried to kill 8K, a Fed member, with a bed. Basically bed bombing him in the Nether. Like literally like just a few maybe hours after I had like logged off, or a few hours after people had started going back to the overworld after the end event. And if it wasn't for the fact that 8K had a totem, he would have apparently died. And then I don't know, his whole story seemed pretty messy. Apparently Crying Boo and 8K got into another fight where 8K supposedly beat his ass, which makes sense, like 8K is a demon. But apparently Crying Boo didn't die. I don't know, bro. It was a very weird story, but one thing was for sure, there was a new freak on the server, alright? Oh yeah, and by the way, I went back to the old base and showed the Big that weird Morse code thingy, and apparently those three, like these sections of 3 numbers actually translates into letters. And yeah, guess what it said. Yeah, guess whose name was on there. I mean, it doesn't take a detective to figure it out. It really doesn't take a detective to figure this shit out. It was Crying Boo, alright? So yeah, there's a new freak on the server. Apparently a freak way bigger than AK, a freak way bigger than anybody. Like this player is the real deal, the new threat, whatever. But yeah, having basically nothing, I decided to go through the Nether to see if the new base that I had built was griefed. Because remember, that base is far out. Like, that base is thousands of blocks away. Like, even further out than our old base is. So I was just trying to see if that base was griefed. Because if that base was griefed, that is a problem. Because at least the old base had been leaked for like the majority of the server. Like, that base had been leaked for like a month straight or something. So, you know, it makes sense that that base was griefed. But if our new base was griefed, the one where I had tried to hide the bedrock and hide the cores from forever, if that base was griefed, I mean, that's it, bro. That's my last day on the server. But first, the Big one to show me what had happened to their base. And yeah, I mean, just take a look. This is insane. Like, there has officially been a regime change, it feels like. For me, it felt like, okay, the Feds are the strongest team on the server, they're always going to be. 2, thinking that Miami is the biggest problem the server has ever seen. Like, I'm pretty sure that this was done by either one person or 2 people from Miami. Like, I don't even think it was the whole team. Reminder that Miami is like a member made out of like 7 people, and 1 or 2 probably did this. It's crazy, bro. And I know, and by the way, just to address the confusion, I know that I technically leaked both my old base chords and the Fed's base chords on my old videos, but I just want to tell you that those videos came out way after this happened, so there's no way that they could have just known the chords from that alone. Like, they must have found out some other way, just so that we're on the same page. So after me and the Big both got screwed over, we decided that we'll just link up, alright? Like, there was no point in just being enemies anymore, especially when we were already pretty good friends. There really was very little point to it all, and I ended up giving him, yes, I gave him the bass chords. It, like, once again, I have nothing, it doesn't matter, and I actually did trust this guy to keep it a secret, and like, it's pretty obvious that Miami's gonna be a threat for, well, what at this point seemed like a long time, alright? So I wasn't even worried about them knowing our base. I wasn't even worried about, oh my goodness, what? What is happening? I wasn't even worried about them knowing our base chords. Do I really have to like articulate myself like that? It's insane. So yeah, he ended up flying all the way to our base, thousands of blocks away, and he actually ended up giving me some stuff, like some diamonds and some leather and stuff, so that was pretty nice of him. Like, I never thought I would see the day where a Fed member would be genuinely linking up with me and giving me stuff. Like, that's not good. That just goes to show that what's happening on the SMP right now is like absolutely ridiculous, absolutely insane. So I decided to take another break for 2 days because once again I did not want to play on this server still. I mean, I only logged on to kind of just check in on things for a little bit. So 2 days later, the Big actually called me and showed me this. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is why, despite being only 2 members, the Feds are a powerful ass team. They spent all night, like, I don't even think the Big went to school the next day. I think he just sat up all night building this creeper farm to get like gunpowder, I believe. I don't exactly remember what he needed it for, if it was for fireworks or something. But I mean, just look at this farm. Just look at this farm, bro. And yeah, I was careful not to leak the base chords to the farm because, yeah, I mean, that would be pretty bad for them. And at this point, like, what you have to understand is that I have no power to do anything. Like, this SMP war is basically a war between Miami and the Feds, alright? Northside is completely screwed, alright? Me and Sneaky both have nothing. We have no armor, no valuables, and half of our team have left. Like, it's just like Freaky is still not interested in logging onto this stupid SMP, so I guess we'll just have to do without him, alright? I guess that's just what it's gonna be. So yeah, Northside is also a 2-man team, but a much worse 2-man team. But I mean, we try, we actually do try, but sometimes trying isn't enough when you're playing with some sweats. Anyways, during this third recording, I seem to be at a woodland mansion because I was actually trying to grind again, and I think my plan here was to get totems, which, I mean, I was very successful with. Like, I know it doesn't show during this recording because I actually turned off the recording before I went in, because when I'm recording Minecraft, my computer gets slightly laggy and I want to be fully locked in and not die. But just trust me on this one, like, I did get 5 totems. Like, 5 totems, like, that's pretty, like, I'm pretty sure that that is a pretty insane amount. From raiding 1 woodland mansion alone, that is kind of crazy. Oh yeah, and also, I just want to show you this. Look at this. This is what Miami does when they're bored. This is what Miami does when they're bored. Like, they're just killing each other. And they're just like, it's almost like a weird flex. Because obviously you can hover your mace over the weapon names and see their enchantments. Bro. Fire aspect on a mace is insane. I didn't even know that was possible. I genuinely did not even know that you could have fire aspect on a mace. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it before. It's crazy. And yeah, they're just killing each other for no reason. No reason. Like, they just want to flex on poor motherfuckers like us, bro. On poor motherfuckers like Sneaky and I. Like, it's like, why, bro? Why? Like, I'm already feeling like complete garbage, and then you just do that. But anyways, I ended up getting 5 totems, so that's something good at least. Alright guys, so I just died in the end with full netherite armor, and yeah, I've decided I'm gonna settle down peacefully and dye some fucking shulker boxes, bro. Yeah, no, I mean, at this, like, I'm a housewife, guys. Listen, I'm a housewife. There's nothing more to it. All right, I should just be staying at home all the time. All right, I don't even know if I have footage of me having full netherite. I don't know if I managed to capture that. No, you did not manage to capture that because you weren't even recording. Like I just said, I had to stop recording when I was in the end because I didn't want anything to lag when I was fighting shulkers and, well, whatever the hell I was fighting. I can't even really remember, but mostly shulkers, I think. And yes, I actually did have full netherite, but the enchantments were pretty trash, and I mean, yeah, I died with it. And guess how I died, alright? Listen, dying to a shulker or dying to an enderman would be embarrassing enough. But no, I died to the void. I died to the void, again. The void has claimed 2 lives from me now, alright? And if it wasn't for the fact that I managed to store a whole lot of shulker shells in the ender chest in the end cities, if it wasn't for that, I mean, that would have been my last day on the server. That would have been my last day on the server. Because yeah, I mean, I was in the end with the purpose of getting shulker boxes. So, you know, at least I got that. But holy moly, bro. Holy moly. And then for this last recording here, this is kind of just showcasing the fact that me and Sneaky are trying to keep up, are trying to grind. Because remember, while the feds are out there doing the real stuff, like building totem farms and creeper farms or whatever the hell else they've built, me and Sneaky are out here building villager breeders and trying to get, you know, basic trading enchantments and stuff. Because we want a villager that can trade us some form of protection and mending so that we can actually get solid armor every time we die. And how's that going? It's going pretty well. I mean, as you can see here, Sneaky actually did manage to build a villager breeder using a tutorial. I mean, hey, at least I didn't have to build it, so there's that. So what would happen is that, you know, the villagers would breed, there would be a baby, that baby would grow up and get stuck in this kind of room where if Sneaky pressed a button, the villager would get stuck in a minecart and just be transported all the way down to the water where I could trap them in a boat and, yeah, just take them away to our base. And look at this genius solution right here. I even built a giant tunnel to the drop-down elevator in our base so that we could just do the same with the villagers. They would just drop down and I would use the water to just make them drop down. And yeah, that's how we got villagers into our base, bro. So a lot of teamwork and a lot of effort, but I mean, it was worth it, bro, and it felt really good to have accomplished something. Then I decided to get on Hypixel for some reason, which was probably the worst thing I could have done, because once again, okay, actually, you know what? No. You know what? If you're watching this and you're trying to get better at PvP, For the love of God, don't play on Hypixel. Play on literally any other server. I'm telling you, people on who play on Hypixel might be the smelliest, most disgusting people on the planet. I mean, just look at what this dude did to me. Look at what this dude did to me. I was getting hawked down. I didn't even get any time to breathe or fight back. I mean, it was to the point where, like, I had trouble just escaping this guy. Like, this is not fun. Like, I don't have fun when I'm playing like this. And bro's just flexing on me. Like, he's putting me in lava. He's just having fun, bro. Trying to block everything. Like, it's actually just, like, it's sad, bro. But anyways. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what we did during that whole recording. Was just getting more and more villagers into the base. And it was going pretty well. But yeah, I mean, these villagers are so annoying. Like, they pick the first workstation they see, choose a job, and then refuse to go anywhere else than to the place that you want them to go to. I mean, look at this. Sneaky was literally trying to get this villager into his trading hall 2x2. Hey, what's happening? He's just spinning. He's just spinning around. Like, he is refusing to go in there. Like, it's as if he thinks that if he goes into that 2x2, like, that he'll be tortured. Like, that's some kind of torture chamber. Like, yes, you're gonna be enslaved, but you're not gonna be tortured, buddy. Calm down. Like, these villagers are so dramatic. Like, I think I've said this before, but, like, Minecraft is the ultimate rage baiting game. Like, there is so much bullshit that happens in this game, like, more than in other games. It's honestly mind-blowing, and I can't believe it. And this is just one of those things. But yeah, eventually, by using 100% of our energy and maximum difficulty, we eventually did trap one villager, you know, and we had to do more of them eventually. And yeah, after cooking some chicken and eating it, I ended the recording here. And that's gonna be it for this video. Yeah, I don't even really know how to end this video. This SMP has turned into nothing more but a nightmare for me. Like, I genuinely don't know how I'm supposed to compete with these players at this point. But I mean, I'm not gonna spoil anything. This SMP is definitely gonna have a few more episodes on its hands, and yeah, the series is gonna continue. So stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next one.